Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. So I have been dying to test out a few drugstore products in specific, but I've been holding off and I've been honestly procrastinating, not really sure why, but I have realized I have not done a full face of drugstore in so long. So today, that's exactly what we're going to do. However, I am starting all the way up from the beginning, so skincare, into moisturizers, into primers, and then the makeup look in itself. This video isn't to give my critique on every new product that I use, but I do want to use them and experience them and see if I love them or not. But this isn't one of those videos where I'm actually critiquing every single new product. Now, everything isn't going to be new purchases for me. Some things have been just sitting in my drawer and I just haven't touched them or used them, whether it be in a long time or at all for that matter. So I did want to pull those things out and use it in today's video. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video / tutorial on this eye look. And just remember, not everything is new, but at the end of the day, everything is affordable and a lower price point than prestige products. So an entire face of drugstore, who can miss out on that? My skin has been a little bit out of control lately. I don't know really what's going on, but I do have a lot of dryness, so I feel like my face is lacking some hydration for sure. So I picked up a new mask, and it is the Garnier Skin Active Moisture Balm Sheet Mask right here. And typically I have oily skin, so it's just like really weird for me to be even experiencing any super dryness. Like, I have oily to combo, so sometimes it can get a little dry in certain areas, but not like dry all around. This moisture balm mask is supposed to be super hydrating, but also mattifying, so I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to work out. So it's supposed to deliver 24-hour long lasting hydration, help prevent moisture loss throughout the day. And it also has that women agreed after one use that the skin seemed purified and fresh, felt balanced, and looked clearer. After 1 week of use, it's supposed to apparently mattify, shine around the T-zone. Quality of skin improved and pores appeared less visible. So I guess the purifying part, or the reducing the visible pores, happens over time and not necessarily in the first use. So I'm glad I read that. And it says to apply on your face for 15 minutes. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open it, apply it to my face for 15 minutes, and then we can get started with the rest of this tutorial. So 15 minutes is up. I do feel like my face feels refreshed, but I also feel like it's a little tacky from just the mask. So don't know if that'll be a good thing or a bad thing, but it does feel refreshed and it's nice and clean. So we can move on. I am going to moisturize with this Garnier Skincare. This is an illuminating moisturizer, so we're not really going for like a matte look today. I do want to use an illuminating moisturizer, and this is a little mini that I got when I purchased the makeup remover. So I'm just going to put this all over my face. It has like a little like tangerine kind of smell to it. Typically I start with my brows, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to use this Brow Stylist Definer L'Oreal pencil that I do love to use if I'm not using the Anastasia Dip Brow or the pencil. I like to use this pencil. It's the closest pencil, I believe, drugstore wise, that's super thin and compares to the Anastasia. So brows are done and out the way. Now I'm gonna prime with this Milani Prime Light Face Primer. It's a strobing and pore minimizing oil-free primer. I have never used this before, and I would love nothing more than to use my high-end primer, but for this video, we are gonna try this out, see how I like it. Definitely seems very illuminating on the skin, which isn't a bad thing. Foundation is what I've been waiting and dying to try along with the concealer, but the foundation is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear, or up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation, and this is in the shade 500. Yes, I've been waiting and dying to try this foundation. So I am gonna wet my sponge. This is an e.l.f. sponge that I found at the drugstore. It seems pretty soft. I do have to wet it. This is it in its dry state. So I'll do that real quick and then we can apply the foundation, which I'm so excited for. But it'll also give the primer time to sink into the skin, because going in with primer and then directly in with foundation, you don't really give primer time to sit and actually work into your skin. So it'll give it time while I dampen this, and then we can start the process. Damp sponge. It definitely got a little bigger. This is going to be so interesting to see because I've been using nothing but brushes for my makeup these past few days and I've been loving it. So to go back to any kind of beauty sponge is interesting. Okay, so I have my foundation here. I do want to put it on something. I guess we'll just use this little sheet. I'm gonna pump it onto here. I'll do, wow, it came out super liquidy. I'll do 2 pumps. I do like the pump though. It came out really nice and easy. Normally you have to sit there and pump it a few times when it's a new foundation. This one just came right on out. So, let's see. Dip it into there. Okay, so far, don't have any complaints. Not about the shade, the color, nothing. I think I did pretty well with the shade matching, which is good. I would definitely not say that it's full coverage. I don't quite remember the specifics on this foundation, but I don't know. Let's see. Does it even say? It doesn't say that's supposed to be full coverage on here, so I'm assuming not, but this is with 1 layer of foundation on, and I think, I mean, it covered pretty well. Let's try and build it up and see what that does. I used everything that was on here pretty much. This is all that I had left. I do like the coverage of it. You know, even though it's not super full coverage, I don't care for a full super coverage look every single day. So I am more than okay with the coverage that it gives. I would say that it is definitely buildable for sure. On to concealer. We're just going to use the one that goes with it. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Full Wear Concealer, and this is in the shade 385 Amber. I did buy the foundation and concealer at separate times, so I'm hoping that this concealer works out. Does seem super bright. Hopefully it's not like too bright. This concealer does seem like a thicker consistency than what I'm used to. Let's try and blend that out. This is definitely a mattifying concealer for sure, and I'm not really sure about how I feel about putting that on my lids, but hopefully it doesn't irritate them or anything. So blending it out with the beauty sponge, I'm not really loving how it's looking. So I'm gonna use this. This is the It Cosmetics brush. I know it's not Drugstore. Products are Drugstore, but not the utensils. Utensils? No. The foundation is definitely a hit for me, but the concealer, on the other hand, I'm just not really sure that I can say that I truly love it. But I will definitely give it a few more trial runs and see if it's something that can grow on me. But first impressions, not so great. So I'm gonna set my under eyes with this Airspun loose setting powder that I've used before. I haven't really bought any new setting powders or anything like that drugstore wise. I was gonna cream contour, but I changed my mind. It's another L'Oreal product. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick. I did want to try this, but I think I'm going to just powder contour today. Get a little bit more practice in with using powders to contour. So we'll do that. So since I'm not gonna cream, I'm gonna set the rest of my face with the Rimmel translucent powder. I'm gonna leave my face alone for now and move on to the eyes. I'm gonna use this Royal Affair palette from BH Cosmetics, and it's just a 20 color eyeshadow palette. Part of me wants to do something simple and another part of me wants to do something really dramatic. So I don't know what we're gonna end up doing, but I guess we'll see. I think the first shade I'm going to grab is Impress, and it's this light tan shade right here. And I'm just going to take that and put it in my crease. So it'll basically act as a transition shade. I am filling this lady shade, this pink one right here. Kind of got the vibes of my shirt going on, so I'm really wanting to use that. I don't know. Let's take that pink shade, Lady, that I just showed you guys on a flat brush. Let's pack it on the lid and then blend it in the crease. First of all, that is super pigmented. So right now I'm just going to work on packing it on both my lids. With that color being so pigmented, I'm almost curious to know how pigmented this green shade called Crown is. Now that that's on my lid, I want to use a clean blending brush and blend above it. So I'm now going to take Primrose, which is like this light tan shade, and I'm going to go above the crease a little bit with this shade, just to kind of lighten that up a little bit and share out that pink. I'm gonna grab this Wet n Wild brush. It does not have a name, but it's like this little flat brush. And I'm gonna use this to drag the pink on my lower lash line. So I just can't help myself. I really want to use that green Crown shade right here. So I'm taking that on this little pencil brush, and I want to pop that in my inner corners and a little bit on the inner part of my bottom lash line. Well, that is a really nice neon green. And I'm kind of feeling like I want to put it on the inner corner as well. Okay, I'll put a little bit on the inner part of my lid. And I didn't use no MAC Fix Plus spray, but just imagine if I would have used spray. Like, look at that. I have 3 eye pencils here from Pixie, and one is like a not really white, like a pale pink maybe, a black, and kind of like a purpley kind of shade. I don't know which one I should use for my waterline. I want it to be like a light look, but because I'm not gonna have any lashes on, I think I'm gonna go with this purple one. I feel like that went really nicely with the pink. I am starting to feel like the pink is a little too blown out, so I do want to add just a little bit more of that. I'm just going to pack it right on the lid, and then we can move on to mascara. I'm going to use this new L'Oreal Paris Unlimited mascara. It's the one where the wand kind of like tilts to the side, so you can apply it like that, or you can do it straight on. But before I put that on, I am going to coat my lashes real quick with this Catrice Cosmetics Lash Boost. It's a lash extension fibers. To me, it just looks like cotton in a bottle, but I haven't used it in so long, and I kind of want to use it today, especially because I'm not going to have lashes on, to see what difference it'll make. I think the lashes came out really good. I like them. They're very bold and definitely lengthened my lashes a little bit. So now we're just gonna finish up the face real fast. I have this Morphe Bronzer and Vlogger. It's a contour and a bronzer in one, but I think I'll use the contour shade to powder contour, and then I want to use this Morphe Glam Bronze, and this is in Megastar. This is a really big bronzer, you guys. Look at that. So I did use the Morphe 35G Bronze Goals palette. This is in that same collection, so we're going to be using that. But first, like I said, I'm going to go into the contour shade on here, and it's just called Vlogger. Oh, you have video and blogger. So one shade is video, the other one's blogger. I'm not really sure which one's which, but I'm going to go into the darker shade right here to contour my cheekbone area. I'm going to do kind of like I did in the BoxyCharm video, and just sketch it on first. And then blend in. I am super excited for this bronzer, and I just love how big of a pan it has, and I'm just going to bronze my cheeks. I really am enjoying this bronzer. I really, truly am enjoying this bronzer. It's really nice. I like the orange undertone that it gives. I think orange kind of complements my skin tone better. Now I am going to spray my face down with a Garnier Skin Active Balancing Facial Mist, and I think this is pretty new, like on the market. I have used it before. The spray mist, or the pump on here, like when you spray it out, the way it disperses the product isn't like my favorite or the best, but it's definitely better than some other brands that I have tried drugstore wise. But I do like this spray. This one is the green tea version, and this is for, or recommended for, oily skin, which is why I chose to get the green tea one. Now I do want to use blush, and I do have 2 new ones. They're both Milani. One's a big blush, one's their traditional Rose Pand blush. This one is Luminoso, and this one, is Romantic Rose. And I really like the Romantic Rose, but I think I'm gonna go in with Luminoso just because the orange tones in it is just calling my name. So I do want to try this out. It does, oh wow, it comes with a little brush that I would never use, but it also has like a little mirror in here, and that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to, wow. Woo, you gotta be super careful. A lot just like fell everywhere on my hand. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Try to get as much off as I possibly can. Wasn't expecting that blush to do that, but it is a really nice blush. I do want to blend it out just a little bit with my brush that I used for my bronzer. For highlight today, I have the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter, which I use all the time on my channel, and then I also have the Hard Candy. This is in well, it's a rose gold highlighter. So let's just try this one since I haven't used it. And it has like 3 different tones, like a white, pink, and like a dark pinky purple kind of tone. So we're just gonna mix all 3 of them in there together and apply it to all the areas that we highlight. This is really pretty. I think this is a really pretty highlight. It's not too much going on, just like the perfect amount of gleam. I do want to put some of this on my brow bone because I just realized I had not put anything there. So just gonna highlight the brow bone a little bit. I think that looks really, really pretty. I'm loving the highlight. Now let's move on to the lips, which is the last and final thing. I have a few different lip liners here. They're all nude colors. I have a NYX Nude Beige. I also have Jordana. It's called Honey Dip. And then I also have the Ulta Automatic Lip Liner in Flesh that I've always used. So I think I'm not going to use the Ulta just so I can kind of switch it up. I will use the NYX. Let's try using NYX in Nude Beige. And then I'll just go right on top of it with this Juice Infused Lip Oil from Ulta. I love this stuff so much. You guys have to definitely hop on that. This is in Black Raspberry, and that's like my favorite one. They have other options like coconut and some other stuff, but Black Raspberry is my favorite. So I'm just gonna line my lips. And I'm also gonna fill them in. And then I'm gonna go right on top of it with the infused oil. Just that way it gives it some kind of gloss and it's not sticky. Well guys, that's it. This is the finished and completed and final look. I definitely am so impressed with it. It definitely came out better than what I seen it going when I first started. I feel like the eyes are like my favorite, especially that pop of that like green, excuse me, especially the pop of the green definitely transformed this look. I think if I wouldn't have done that and just left it blank, it would have definitely toned down this look a lot more, but I'm glad I did that. It actually looks a little yellow. That's why I say it's like a neon green, but definitely love this look. I hope you all love this look and enjoyed this video. Definitely make sure you give it a thumbs up before you go. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, bell notification on, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video or vlog, whichever one comes first.